Yo, what's up guys? We're back with a new tutorial, and this time we're doing it on the Tate McRae remix Slower. So yeah, let's dive into the project and
Yeah, so we're gonna start on my computer, then jump onto Sam's because we started here and then finished it there. As usual, we're gonna mute the vocal. It's a pretty messy project here, so I don't really know where the vocal is, but I guess it's there and here, and some vocoders here because it's can still show you, but doesn't make that much of a difference. So yeah, basically here we just kinda made a foundation of the track and then really took it to the next level on Sam's computer. So you're gonna hear a lot of different changes. Like the intro here is not the best, really. It sounds kinda different from the final product, but yeah, you'll get the idea. So here it kinda starts with just some synths. This is Diva.
yeah, from Uhe.
Yeah, such a great synth.
Yeah.
And it's this preset HS the Woolhar, and I think we messed around with some of this sustain and decay stuff here just to make it sound a bit different. And then we also put some distortion on it like this to make it sound cool. Also sample delay to spread it out a little so it's a bit wider. And just the EQ to take away those high frequencies, And the kickstart, I don't know why it's on in the verse, because there's nothing going on here, which needs sidechain, but sounds good, I guess. So, without all the stuff, it sounds like this. And it sounds like that.
Very nice.
So, yeah, and then here is just, we cut out these and reverse, so it goes. It's not that loud, but it's just a little sweep up to the next chord. And along with that, it's this arcade. I'm gonna raise the volume so we can hear. It's just a little, I don't know, vocal thing or something. And arcade looks like this, so it's like a bunch of, you can see here.
It's like a bunch of samples.
Yeah, samples. And there's a bunch of different packs. So we put that, and also some high cut and low cut to really just have that little ambient feeling behind. And this is from their stem. Let's see what it is. It's like a guitar, I think. We put it in here. It's also just for that ambient feeling. You can't really hear it that much, but it sounds like this without the EQ. So the EQ is basically just also to have it fill out. And then Sam recorded some guitars, or but he played them. So, and it's 2 guitars. So here's one that's kinda lower, and then here is gonna raise it a little.
And that's like a harmony for the other one.
Exactly. So together they sound like, yeah.
Yep.
There's really not much going on here. We have the vocal here as well. So in the second half of the verse we added a kick, and it sounds like this. Yeah, and on that just a EQ to get some of the 141 hertz away from just this kick, and a very high cutted filter to really have it just punch in the low. and another EQ, because there are some weird frequencies here. And yeah, that's basically it. Going into like, what would you call it? Is this like a
pre-chorus, I guess.
Yeah. Just a short riser going up, sounds like that, and like a stomp thing that goes into. So the effects into that sounds like this, and it's like nothing on these, just some basic EQ. And it's yeah. And also this white noise. That's nothing on it, it's just nothing. Now it's EQ on because I just accidentally put it there. But yeah, so the next part as a whole sounds like this. And to show some basic stuff, we put a re-space. Also very simple, just a high cut to get some frequencies away, because we just wanted to fill out the whole like sound spectrum in this part and not just have these synths, because have like no low end at all. So yeah, and also with this still going on. And we had to bounce out this because they were so like powerful. They took too much of the processor. It was a system overload, but they are here. So it's Diva again, HS Opera 7. Oops. It's Diva again with
Straleman.
And again a Diva. So all of these are there, and they have the same like setting as the or the same like effects as the synth in the verse. So it's really nothing to show because it's exactly the same.
Then we have some more arcade. This one is like it's like an ARP, but it's mostly like for ambience as well.
You can see the like it was a bundle in or like pack in this one, and it sounds like
sounds fire.
I love that little loop, it's so good. And again on this sample delay to make it wide, EQ like this, and a like kind of big reverb too.
Yeah, put it more in the background.
Yeah.
Then we added some claps to like keep the energy going. They sound like this.
Yeah, it's very basic. It's also like made them tighter with the enveloper, which is like kind of a gate, I think. So without the enveloper it sounds like this, and with it sounds, so it's more just like not the release of the sound. You can like, if a perk or something has like reverb on it, you can put an enveloper or a gate, and that will basically cut out anything that's not like
the transient.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's these two claps, one lower and one like kinda higher, so it's like the punch and the low.
Yeah.
Then it's weird perk from Ramsoid's back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Ramsoid, fire stuff. And it's also a sample delay to make it a bit wider, and an EQ. And yeah, and then we got some Leno ambience down here.
course.
So we put it again to make some more ambient feeling in this part. Yeah. I bet a lot of producers out there is like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. This one's really good. And yeah, I think that's basically it.
I think
It's
so.
just we put a riser here up to like the chorus. But yeah, it just sounds like this. It's just like a white noise riser. Yeah. And onto the chorus part, it sounds like this. Yeah, and that's also kinda, it's pretty similar like now, but we have the bass that's pumping really fast and groovy, or like what you call it. And on that we just put a kickstart to go with the kick. Whoops. So they don't like crash into each other. And of course our waves family, we have the CLA bass to get that rip on the distortion. So you can really crank it if you want to. And usually we turn this off the chorus because like you don't want the bass to be like spread, but I guess we forgot now, although it sounds pretty good, so who cares. And turn on the treble because it can get kind of bright if you like have that on. So yeah, it's kind of basic. We just kind of change the distortion part, and of course EQ to get some frequencies out.
And then we had like some synths that play the same rhythm as the bass, so they sound like this.
Whoops. Like this.
Yeah.
And it's basically the same, like a really hard sidechain. Sample delay to make it wider again, and kind of basic EQ. And one sounds like that, more like of a, like what would we call it, triangle, or is it like a cell?
Which one?
So exactly. We made this ourselves.
Yeah. It's an init preset.
Yeah, it's just like you do init, change the unison, and then just do some stuff here. And if you want to make it plucky, just shorten the decay a bunch, and it will sound like it's plucky. Simple. And then this preset PLK low 1 by, usually the name is here, but now we put noted. No, JK. We didn't make this one, but it's a plug that sounds like this.
Yeah.
And just kickstart and this EQ, and no sample delay on this one because you kind of want the mid and the white part. So yeah. Then we added some splice guitars. I don't know which loop this is from, but yeah, it says there. I don't know what it is, but it says it kind of just added a good feeling up top of. So yeah. System fucking overload. Yeah, then the synths that were in the pre we also have in the chorus, and you know they sound like. Yeah. pretty basic. Arcade again. The
ARP.
The ARP there was also in the pre. And it has the same stuff on, but now we also have a CLA guitar on here. Shout out to Game Waves family. Spreader on to make it wide. Some delay on to make, whoops. Some reverb, some bright in the top, and take out the bass completely. So yeah, sounds like this. Sample delay, EQ to cut out some low, and like this. You can see? Can you see? Can you see the EQ? Huh? A little.
Some more ambience.
From Louisville 1. So loud. I don't know. It's a cool preset. And yeah, as Sam said, it's just ambience we added again.
Yeah.
This here one is really like wide and big and epic. So yeah, as you can see, it's like you just hear this. Yeah, there. So yeah. Sidechain, sample delay, CLA guitar again, didn't change anything, it's just the basic one. And EQ. And then to the kick, I think it's the same as in the verse, but we just...
Without the high cut.
Yeah.
So you get the punch.
And yeah, and for the whole drums. So it's some like, it's the same claps as in, no, it's not.
No.
Just kidding. More of like a snare feeling here.
Yeah.
You know, instead of the claps. And
I
then,
think we layer with claps.
yeah. Cool. Sounds really nice. And then again, this one by Ramsoid, and a really cool
Hi-hat loop.
Yeah. And it comes fill here. Really like, yeah, 80s vibe. Feels like I'm skiing, like after ski vibes here. I don't know. Like, what's it called? Rick Ashley. Never gonna let you up.
Yeah.
Never gonna turn around. Never gonna run around and desert you. Yeah, well, vibes. Some impacts. Crash stuff, you know.
Crash, white noise.
You know,
that's
all
what's
about the good vibes. A little, one more here. Ooh, more of that. Yeah. Some of her harm ad-libs, as you can see, or adib.cm. Yeah.
Fire.
Sounds really cool. And the same guitars that Sam recorded. And it's both of them now from the start. And it goes into the... Yeah, and yeah, that's it for the chorus. There's a vocoder up here, but it just sounds like this.
Yeah, because we didn't have like any, what's it called, dubs.
Yeah.
So we had to like layer with the vocoder to get like the vocal to sound wider, and it also like creates harmonies, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean vocoder, I guess it's just so satisfying to hear as well. So yeah. Or you can't hear it really, but it's just satisfying to listen to. Yeah, and the second verse is basically just the plucks that were in the chorus, the bass, all high-cutted,
And also the kick from the start.
Kick from the start, and some other elements like from the chorus and first verse, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And I would say that's pretty much it for the like throughout the song. This pre comes again. And it's just with some more
drums.
Yeah. Like a different hi-hat loop.
Yeah.
And then the kick cuts up here. Yeah. And then we kinda changed the arrangement of the song, so we added like a stick or bridge or what you call it.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to make the song a bit longer, and like there were no original bridge in the song, so we kinda just took the pre and added it over again.
I've been falling fast and you don't seem to.
And right now there's just the piano. It's a lot more stuff in his computer. And yeah, I don't know, there's not much else happening, I guess.
Then it's like another pre.
Yeah.
But this one, we don't have like the clap from the beginning.
But I'm not busy.
Yeah, but it's just like a build up again to and it's exactly the same as the other choruses. I think that's it for what we did on my computer.
Yeah.
So let's jump over to Sam's and see what we have there.
See you in a second.
See you.
Hello. We're back.
You're back, but this time Sam is behind the computer. What? How it happened?
Okay.
I can't.
So let's see what we have here.
What do we have here?
What do we have here?
Is it the Windows 95?
All right. So
makes me lose my mind. I can't be someone I do it.
you can hear the intro sounds a little different. So what we changed, we added another synth. Sounds like this. Serum. Yeah, we made this preset. Don't remember what we did, but it looks like this. With some RC20 to get this little wobbly analog feeling, and also some distortion and some noise, but you can barely hear the noise. No, you can't. And then a EQ, but we just use it to like low cut it, I think, later on. So that's pretty much it. Then we also have this one, which we made from this. So it's from a pack from Tate McRae guitar. It's like a 1975 kind of pack. So we played these notes, then bounced it out, and then created this like rhythm with it. So that's
Stuttery.
so you have that like in the verse to get like some rhythmic kind of feeling. And then we have just like an impact, with also some like vocal ambience. Don't know where this is from, but it sounds cool. And that's pretty much it for the verse, I think. Then we have the Toby stems right here. They're also like all over the place in this project, but yeah. So moving on to the pre. So here we layer the synths a little bit. Here's the first one. It's actually like the layers we added is actually the same that we used in Cry Dancing, but we changed them a little bit. But yeah, it's some cool synths, so why not reuse them?
Oh my god, copying Cry Dancing and get sued!
So it's a preset that looks like this, but it's like a bunch of reverb and some kickstart, some OTT to make it like brighter, and then some EQ. So that's like the main chords, and then oh, that's the same as the verse. And then we have like some darker that plays like the bass notes, but they fit like really well with this synth. That looks like this, and I think there is a bunch of distortion on this one, and more reverb, EQ, and sidechain. So that's the layers, I think. Oh yeah, this one as well. This is actually from Addictive Keys, a glow stick. We love this one and use it a lot. It has like this really cool pitch envelope that slides like to the notes. And this one also have like a built-in sidechain. So yeah, we didn't use any kickstart on this one. And yeah, we actually also layered the synth with these like synth shots from Kashmir. So all the synths now. Yeah. Sounds like that. Yeah, that's it. And then we also have the respace here, and also this, which we did from this one, but I think we just pitched it down. Yeah, so it sounds like this, to get like some more low end ambience. Then we have the drums. We didn't add a lot of stuff here. We have the Toby clap, also a kick on the first beat to get like the impact a bit more like noticeable, I guess. And also this little clap, which is also from Cry Dancing. It's a really good clap. Then some more effects. Then we added some guitars. It sounds like that. It's like kind of like an art thing. And then put some delay, comeback kid, and then some EQ and some CLA guitar. We used the treble and the compressor, also this like stereo thing. I don't think it's doing much because we recorded 2 guitars and then panned them, but yeah, it's there. And then on that guitar we also added these like harmonies. Also this one. And again we just took like a part from this guitar and pitched it down and created like another melody with it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the pre. We also have the arcade and the other synths and the other guitars, and yeah, like a bunch of the stuff from the other project. So yeah, let's get into the chorus. So it sounds like in a hole, like this. So I mean, it's the same idea that we had like before, but we just wanted to make it sound a bit more organic. So we added some more guitars and also layered the drums with some more acoustic drums. So the drums now sound like this. The main loop is this one. So yeah, this loop is from Oliver. He has some amazing like acoustic.
Yeah, they're insane.
Acoustic loops. And then also addictive drums. To create another like hi-hat rhythm, I guess. And then this little shaker. This shaker is actually from another unreleased song. Woo! So we reused this one and created another rhythm with it. Then we have the claps and this one.
They're also very 80s.
Yeah, this is from J Views, and that was to get like some more low end on the snare, I think. And then the kick. That's all the drums. And then we have some boring impacts. And the instruments, it's the same synths as in the pre, but we just don't have them like high cutted. And then we layer the bass with like a saw bass, just to get like, I don't know, we just did it. And then we have the tanky piano, as we talked about before, and we have this in all the different versions as we made. And that one gives like a lot of energy to like the whole song. And that's pretty much it, to be honest. Then we have stems and vocals, and that's it.
That's it. That's that easy.
It's that easy. And the guitars is exactly the same as in the pre.
Yeah, so for the second verse we still like kept that bass rhythm pumping, and those tanky pianos are in the background, and like as we do a lot of times, it's just like take stuff from the chorus and put in the second verse, but switch it up a little, like make it of course more energetic and stuff like that. Because you still want to keep the like pace going in the song, otherwise it would be like, it goes down to like the first verse energy again. So just try to keep some of the like rhythm stuff maybe, or like the pumping bass as we did here. And
So I don't think we'll really like added much in the second verse from like the previous version. I think we like raised this arcade thing, so that's like you can hear it like more clearly in the background. Then we switched out the kick, and we have like these tanky pianos, but they're like high cutted. And like in the second half of the verse we brought back this acoustic loops, so it sounds like this. And also this guitar that we like created from the other guitar. That's it for the second verse. Pre-chorus is the same again. So here we bring in the synths. Yeah. So what we changed in the second chorus is that we added like another half, or it's like double length, and we created a melody with the guitar, like a lead melody. So actually we started with trying a vocal chop. But then we decided to do a guitar melody instead, but we kept like those vocal chops in the background. That sounds like this. So we recorded that one 3 times. So we have one that's like in the middle, because this is like a lead. And we actually put it auto-tune on this one, because it's always like a single note playing, so then it's like good to keep everything in tune. Of course some waves, some more reverb and some delay, and then we recorded them 2 times more, but this time we panned them and we kept them dry, I think. Pretty dry. And the auto-tune again. So that's pretty much it. Then we also layered them with like some really ugly synths. So all
Quirky synths.
So all together. And with all the other instruments. Now you're gonna hear the vocals, sorry. Yeah, it sounds like that.
Pretty fine.
So after that part we're jumping into the bridge, and here we kept the piano, I think. I don't know where it is. Here it is. But we wanted to like have some more ambience, of course. So we started with adding this synth. It's the same as like in the first verse. And we're like automating up the cutoff. Then we have this ambience. that's it. I thought it was more. Yeah, that's it.
That's it for the bridge.
That's it for the bridge. But like, yeah, like in the bridge, the vocals is like very like in the focus, so we didn't add a lot. Yeah, and then we have another pre. But without the claps in the first half. And then after this pre, we're not going to the chorus. Or yeah, I guess I guess this is like a pre/chorus. So after this part, we're jumping into the yeah, like the guitar hook again. And after that, the song ends. And that's how we make a remix of Tate McRae slower.
Yeah, so shout out to Tate for letting us put a spin on the song.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun making this remix, and we're happy with how it turned out. So we hope you enjoyed the remix and stream it on Spotify.
Yeah, go stream it big time. And also, you know who mixed this song? Put the extra sauce on it. You know his name. It's the man, the myth, the legend, Miles Walker. So he's gonna show how he mixed the song a little. And
with his magic fingers putting some sauce.
Yeah, Miles, kick it off.
Legend.
Hey guys, thanks for throwing it over to me. You know I gotta get that sauce on deck for you. I thought we could take a look at the music in the hook section of this song and see how some of your plugins from your rough mixes got translated over into the final and how I was able to tweak them to get it sounding crispy and saucy ready.
All right, so we're here checking out the tune Slower. It's the noted remix, like we were saying, and I wanted to take a look at the music going into the hook and working with some of the ways the tracks were set up from the guys and how I was able to use some of their rough mix settings but still really get it impacting. So here's the hook with the parts going into the musical section here. Okay, so as you can tell, there was a lot of density, thickness in the synths, and also the drums were coming in. Now, one of the tracks that the guys had worked on to get a little lift was the vintage Aural Exciter from Waves. It's a cool little plugin that's modeled off a real piece of gear, which was an old Exciter, which was basically like a way to do parallel high-end EQ added in. If you think about that, that was basically what happened with the Exciter blend. Now, you can use it in a lot of different ways, and the ways that guys were using it basically was on mix one mode and then adding in a good amount of the high-end Exciter. One pro tip on this, if you are going to use it, you want to make sure to turn that noise off. You can have it as two different settings, but I don't know why you would ever want that. So if you listen to this section going into it, dense, right? But while it was applied to each one of the tracks, it was able to lift it up. Thing is it gives it a lot of sizzle. So while I like that setting that was getting used, you want to look at a combination of the mix 1 and mix 2 as well as adjusting the AX mix for each one of them. For the drums, to get it that like crispy, really punchy, a lot of times the mix 1 in the lower setting works good. But over on the music, you got to be careful about that because you end up getting a phasey kind of sound. So I find that like mix 2 is a little bit better with the AX mix dialed down. Now, while it really, really hypes up the overall sound of the track, you kind of have to work against that later and make a few corrections. So on the overall music bus, even after that was boosted in, I put in another stereo EQ that went across the whole thing to dial down 14K and above. It sounds aggressive because that's kind of what was getting added in, but really the cool thing about the exciter is it's not just an EQ working in parallel like that. You kind of give it more energy, and it's a way to not make it as dark and a little more transient and all the kind of stuff happening. So here it is, as you can see, without any of the bus stuff on it, but added in. Like I said, a lot more punchy, but to get that under control, I was able to put in a little bit more of the high-end roll-off to get that tamed, a compressor that was able to grab a little bit of the peaks, but in parallel because I didn't want the transients to be a little bit too much. And then I did the same thing again with a really nice multi-band compressor, but again working in parallel, very little amount, but it was able to grab a lot of that snap. So you kind of hear the with and without right here coming around. That's without anything on it. A little dark, and then it really adds in there, but you're able to get it back under control from a little bit of multi-band compression up top, wideband compression smoothing it out, and then rounding off a little bit of the EQ. Think it worked out really good on this one. Created a little bit of high energy to match the high energy on the vocals, and all in all, came together for a nice remix from the guys. Thanks for checking it out with me, and we'll look at the next one again soon. Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this tutorial.
Yeah. Noted out.